Hi, scribes! How are you all doing? We've come so far, haven't we? We've learnt about the importance of research and everything we can about character. And now, it's story time! Let's move on to writing the actual story. First, what is a story? A story is a connected series of events told through words, written or spoken, imagery, still and moving, body language, performance, music, or any other form of communication. You can tell a story about anything, and the events described can be real or imaginary, covering both fiction and non-fiction. Stories are of great value to human culture and are some of the oldest, most important parts of life. Stories can cover all types of topic or genres. I'm sure you've heard the word genre a lot in regards to storytelling or filmmaking, haven't you? So let's talk about that for a bit. The word genre is a French word. It literally means a kind. That means a kind of something. In this case, a kind of story or a kind of movie. Genre categorizes movies based on its narrative elements, and each genre is unique in the types of stories they tell. We'll go back to story genres in a bit, but for now, let's talk about the types of stories. Stories are divided into fiction and non-fiction. Fictional stories are stories based on made-up or imaginary events, while non-fictional stories are stories about a real-life event or experience. We're going to focus on fictional stories because they are the most common types of storytelling when it comes to filmmaking. And this is where we go back to genres, story genres, or let's simply say types of stories. In this case, types of fictional stories. There are many types of fictional stories. First, we have folklore, like the movie Troy. These kinds of stories are about animals, people, cultural myths, songs, tales, and cultural proverbs. Next is mythology, like the movie Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. These are stories that a particular culture believes to be true, and that use the supernatural to interpret natural events. Another type is legends, like in the movie King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. A legend is a type of storytelling depicting a historical account that could be possible. We also have epics as a genre of storytelling. Epic stories are a little more delicate to write. They're usually longer and more complex in nature than other types of stories. They may be individually or collaboratively written. I would advise, and this is just my opinion, until you're a little more advanced in your writing career, stay away from epics. But if right now, wherever you are in your career journey, you believe you can do it and do it really well, go for it! Examples of epic films are the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Another genre of storytelling is drama. This type is the most common form of storytelling. Drama stories are stories that have lots of conflicts in them. Dramas usually portray scenarios about life, situations, and mostly emotionally driven. One of my favorite dramas is the movie The Blind Side. Have you seen that movie? You should. It's quite powerful and based on a true life story too. Next is the action genre. The name speaks for itself. There are loads and loads of good action movies out there, so I'm spoiled for choice on which one to use as an example. This type of storytelling, that is action, is fast-paced. It usually involves lots of quick movements like fight scenes, transport chase or foot chase, and sometimes slow motion shots to enhance a significant scene. The idea is action films are meant to be thrilling to watch and leave audience members on the edge of their seats. Okay, let's press pause for now, scribes. But I have a question for you all. Now that you're starting to understand the different types of fictional stories, which one is your favorite so far? Let's chat in the comments. For now, bye! P.S. You have questions you don't want to ask in the comments? You can always send an email to writenowscribes@gmail.com. Or let's continue the conversation on IG at writenowscribes.